Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, author, leadership, and team development speaker Joe Woodley. This is another Key Moments for Faith. Hey guys, this video is going to be raw. I'm not editing anything. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I haven't posted in a while, but I think it's an important topic to cover. So let's jump into it. Before we go any further, make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, like other videos on this channel, share with your friends, your family, your neighbors, the guy on the street, around the corner, and even your enemies, and they may just happen to become your friends. So, guys, man, let's talk about this. We need to hit the pause button. We need to hit the pause button. And what do I mean by that? Well, we live in a hyper polarized society, a hyper politicized society, a hyper agenda driven society, where people choose sides of issues based on their political affiliation, based on their race, based on their ethnicity, based on which side of the tracks they're on. Are they wealthy or are they poor? What's their employment status? People are choosing sides based on every issue other than, is this right or is this wrong? Why am I saying that? Because some of you may be saying, no, I'm choosing the side that is right, or I'm choosing the side that I believe to be right about whatever the issue is. Because we have an instantaneous reflective response to every story, every situation that comes out in the media. And let me say this about the media before I go any further with this topic. The media doesn't care anything about the Black community. And I'm going to be raw and real about this issue. They don't give a hoot about the Black community. I'm not talking about the white community right now. I'm not talking about primarily Hispanic communities. I'm not talking about Asian communities. I'm talking about the Black community itself. The media does not care about the Black community. They care about using the Black community for ratings. They care about using the Black community to push certain agendas, but they don't really care about the Black community. Because if they cared about the Black community, they would be assisting the community to do better and to be better. And they don't do that. They come in only when there's tragedies, pain, and suffering. And primarily when there's stories involving conflict between police officers and the community. They don't touch on the violence and the disrespect that we have toward one another. And that is a real issue. That does not dismiss the tension that is in the community on those issues. But folks, specifically within our communities, we don't respect each other. That's just what's real. We don't respect one another. We don't treat each other with high regard. I know you may be saying that's an overgeneralized population. Man, you go through the hood, specifically even here within Columbus, Ohio, and I grew up in New York. It was the same thing there. You come through the hood and you see what's going on and how we treat each other, how we disrespect one another, how we cuss each other out. We're not parenting our children. We're not raising them to be successful and responsible citizens. This is stuff that's happening within our communities, and we can't turn a blind eye to that. And if we don't respect ourselves, how on earth do you expect for other people to respect you? How do you expect for that to happen? That's why I said the media is important in shaping these stories and these narratives. Because like I said, they only come in when there's an officer that's been involved in a conflict with a child or an individual within the community with tragic results, or they come in with some negative story and they put someone on TV, usually it's a Black person who can't speak English well, who is talking a whole bunch of jive. Those are the only people, that's the only times they come in the community. Those are the only stories you hear. And so how we view ourselves and how other people view primarily Black or African American communities is warped. And it's reflected in how we conduct ourselves and how we live our daily lives. So that's an issue that itself needs to be dealt with. And I'm going to do a video specifically on that. But we live in this hyperpolarized society where when stories or events happen, we automatically choose sides in a reflexive way. We don't even stop to wait to consider the facts of a particular story, no matter which side you're on. We don't even wait. We just come to stories with our own conclusions already formed, and then we seek out information from the story to verify what we feel, rather than what's right and what's wrong, what has actually happened in a particular situation. That's how we approach things. That's what's real. So when a story comes out, if you look at what's on Twitter, when a story is released, automatically you have one side that has one narrative that they're pushing, is right over here, and the other side has their narrative that they're pushing, and the two shall never meet between. And so we're going down this path where we are becoming more and more dysfunctional as a society, and we refuse to even consider another point of view. We refuse to even consider the other side's opinions in a particular situation. Now, facts are facts, and facts are indisputable. But we've gone to a point of where we have taken facts off the table, we've taken truth off the table, and we say it doesn't matter what the truth is. I'm coming with my own personal feelings, what I feel should happen. We judge situations without understanding the entirety of what's going on. And this is really, really dangerous, because without there being a standard of truth, society is going to collapse. And what we've done is we have removed the standards of truth, and we say, well, whatever you feel is true, whatever you feel is true, whatever's true to you. You know, it's like when you hear people talking about whatever your truth is. Well, I'm sorry to tell you guys that there is no whatever your truth is. There is the truth, and then there is the lie. I want to say that again. There's the truth, and there's the lie. There is not your version of the truth, my version of the truth, that person's version of the truth over there, because then you end up with utter chaos and anarchy. And that's where we're headed as a society. We need to take a pause, because we're so far down this road where we're not even concerned about facts anymore. No matter which side you're on, we're not concerned about facts. We just want our side to win. We want our side to come out on top. So if I see something that is in direct opposition to my particular point of view, I just ignore it. I ignore it because it doesn't fit my agenda. I ignore the facts of the situation, and I'm going to come to my own conclusion regardless of the information that I'm getting, because I'm just about the agenda. And the other side does the same thing. They see a set of facts and they decide I'm going to ignore it, because ultimately it's about my side winning, my side coming out on top. We need to take a pause. We need to take a pause. This country is headed toward collapse. Absolute collapse. You cannot have a stable society where everyone has their own set of facts, where no one cares to listen to the other side, where we disrespect one another, but let alone, like I said, where we disrespect ourselves. You cannot have a stable society where that happens. The day of accountability is here. It is here, and it's not going to be good. Some of you think, oh, we're doing what's right. The Bible says there's a way that seemeth right to every man, but the end thereof is death and destruction. We need to take a pause. We need to take a deep breath before you open your mouth. It's something that I had to learn even in my own life. Before I even open my mouth and say what I feel, say what I want to say, the question is this right and is this wrong? Does it align with God's will, His purpose, His word? Or am I just coming out of my face and saying what I feel? Am I being hyper-reflexive in this situation? Folks, it's time to take a pause.